Hey, it's Josh from JoshLM Finance. Okay, let's talk about cryptocurrency. You've heard the word a million times, right? Bitcoin this, blockchain that, and I bet every time someone tries to explain it, your eyes just glaze over and it gets even more confusing. Well, that ends today. You've come to the right place. So we're going to do the complete opposite of all that. Seriously, no crazy tech jargon, no hype, no to-the-moon stuff. We're just going to break down in plain English what this stuff actually is, how it works, and maybe, most importantly, why you should even care. Ready? Let's dive in.
All right, let's strip it all back. At its absolute core, cryptocurrency is just digital money. That's it. But, and this is the big but, it comes with one massive difference. You see, the money you're used to, dollars, naira, you name it, is all controlled by banks and governments. They're the boss. Cryptocurrency, it has no central boss. There's nobody in charge. Instead of trusting a person or a company, the trust is placed in code and math.
Let me break it down like this. You've got cash, right? Physical money you can hold in your hand. Then you've got your bank money. It's digital, sure, but it's controlled by a middleman, the bank. They can freeze it, they can question it. Then there's crypto. It's also digital, but it's decentralized. It runs on its own network with its own rules. There are no office hours, no holidays, and you don't need to ask anyone for permission to send or receive it.
Okay, and a really quick but super important disclaimer before we get into the nitty-gritty. This is all for educational purposes. My job here is to help you understand how this technology works. It is not financial advice. You've always got to do your own homework, all right? Cool, let's keep going.
Now, you've probably heard this next word a million times, blockchain. It sounds complicated, but it's the magic that makes all of this possible. The absolute simplest way to think about a blockchain is just as a digital record book, like a giant shared spreadsheet that keeps track of every single transaction.
So what makes this special? Well, this isn't just any old record book. First, everyone can see it. It's public. Second, no one can secretly go back and change things. What's written stays written. It's permanent. And third, and this is the genius part, there isn't just one copy. There are thousands of identical copies spread all over the world on different computers. So if a hacker tries to change one copy, the rest of the network just goes, nope, that doesn't match, and rejects it. It's security by numbers.
And this really highlights the key difference between the old way and the new way. A bank's record book, it's centralized. They own it. It's private. You can't see it. And they can reverse transactions. A blockchain is the exact opposite. It's decentralized. No one owns it. It's public. Everyone can see it. And once a transaction is confirmed, it's final. It's a totally different way of thinking about trust.
Okay, so let's walk through a real example using the big one, Bitcoin. Say you want to send some Bitcoin to a friend. First, your transaction gets broadcast out to this global network. Then, powerful computers, we call them miners, all race to verify it by solving a really hard math problem. The winner gets to group your transaction with a bunch of others into a block. And finally, that new block gets added to the end of the chain, the blockchain. That whole process is called mining, and it's what keeps the entire network secure and honest.
Now, this number you see here, 21 million, this might be the single most important thing to understand about Bitcoin. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin in existence, period. It's written into the code. You can't print more. There's no quantitative easing button. The supply is absolutely 100% fixed.
And that absolute, verifiable scarcity is precisely why you always hear people call Bitcoin digital gold. Think about it. Just like with real gold, you can't just magically create more of it out of thin air. It's rare by design.
But it's super important to know that the crypto universe is way, way bigger than just Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the pioneer, the OG. But since then, thousands of other projects have launched. We call them altcoins. You've probably heard of some of the big ones, like Ethereum, which is trying to be like a world computer, or Solana, which is all about speed.
And here's the thing, they don't all do the same job. You can basically bucket them into three main types. First, you have coins, like Bitcoin. Their main goal is to be a form of money. Second, you have tokens. Think of these like arcade tokens or loyalty points. They're used inside a specific app or ecosystem. And third, you have stablecoins. Their whole job is to stay stable, usually by being pegged one-to-one with something like the US dollar.
Okay, I need you to lean in and listen closely for this part, because it's absolutely critical. When you own crypto, you get two things. First is your public address. This is like your email address or your bank account number. It's totally safe to share it so people can send you crypto. The second thing is your private key. You need to think of this as your password, your ATM PIN, and the key to your house all rolled into one.
If someone gets this, they have all your crypto. You never, ever share it with anyone. Got it?
This all leads to maybe the most important saying in this entire space. Say it with me. Not your keys, not your crypto. What it means is simple. If you don't hold that private key yourself, if you're leaving your coins on an exchange, for example, you don't truly own them. You're just trusting someone else to hold them for you.
And speaking of personal responsibility, here's another huge one you need to understand. Once a transaction is confirmed, it is 100% final and irreversible. There's no bank to call, no customer service to complain to, no chargeback button. It's done. So you have to be absolutely sure before you hit send.
So, after all that, you might be asking, why bother? What's the point? Well, the promise, the big idea behind crypto is pretty massive. We're talking about things like near-instant, cheap payments across borders. We're talking about a financial system that doesn't rely on massive, powerful banks. It could give financial tools to billions of people who don't have access to a bank account. And for many, it's seen as a way to protect their wealth from inflation or unstable governments.
Okay, but we have to be real here. That's the promise. The reality, right now, can be pretty messy. This is a brand new, highly speculative asset class. Prices can swing wildly. I mean, stomach-churning volatility is normal. The market is often driven by pure emotion and hype. It's a space that brutally punishes ignorance, but on the flip side, can really reward patience and genuine understanding.
When you boil it all down, crypto itself isn't good or bad. It's a tool. Think of it like a chainsaw. In the hands of someone who knows what they're doing, it's incredibly powerful and useful. But in the hands of someone who doesn't, well, it's just plain dangerous. The difference is knowledge.
So if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be these 3 simple rules for anyone starting out. Rule number 1, learn first. Watch videos like this, read, understand what you're actually getting into. Rule 2, move slowly. There is absolutely no rush. And rule number 3, respect the risk. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. You have to understand and respect the volatility.
Look, if this helped you finally get a handle on what cryptocurrency is all about, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button for JoshLM Finance. This channel is building a growing library of clear, step-by-step money explainers you can always come back to. And please share this with someone who needs this breakdown. Thanks so much for watching.